How do you pray humility? In 1 Peter, we're called to clothe ourselves in humility. Why? Because God opposes the proud. God's grace is reserved for the humble. And Peter says all of this in a prayer context. EWF of us today are used to praying on our knees. Although, of course, God does not require this physical posture, He does call our heart to have this kind of humility and reverence when speaking to Him. Too many of us rush in where angels fear to tread. We make our demands of God without a moment's reflection on who we are talking to. Yes, it is right for us to expect God to act in response to our prayers, but we should be careful not to view God as a genie bound to fulfill our wishes. Prayer is the outflow of a heart set on knowing God. It's the byproduct of a loving relationship with Him. In our society, self-promotion is the way to get ahead, but prayer is the great leveler. In prayer, there are no rich or poor, male or female, religiously accomplished or degenerate. In prayer, we are all on our knees before the one being who is exalted. We cannot pray without the moment-by-moment acknowledgement that we can't take another step without God's sustaining grace. And as we approach this God, we do so in faith that when we humble ourselves under His mighty hand, He will find the perfect time to exalt us. 1 Peter 6-10. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time He may exalt you, casting all your anxieties on Him because He cares for you. Be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. Resist him, firm in your faith, knowing that the same kinds of suffering are being experienced by your brotherhood throughout the world. And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace, who has called you to His eternal glory in Christ, will Himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you.